Hello, good morning all. Today in this video we are going to discuss regarding how to use GitHub from the Pycharm. So we already have discussed how to create a GitHub repository and how to clone that repository into local machine and how to make some changes and pull it back to GitHub in the last video. So yet if you haven't watched this video, you can just go to our channel and you can just watch this video on creating GitHub repository and introduction to Git commands. So once you watch that video, you will be understanding how to use the commands like git clone, git push, git pull, git status, git add and git commit. So in this video we will see how we can do all those commands from using the interface in the Pycharm. So if I come to the Pycharm and here you know we have got, if I go to files and settings, here you can see something called version control, and from here we can see we have got the option to configure GitHub account details inside the Pycharm. So in this video we will show how to configure GitHub account inside the Pycharm and how to clone the repository using Pycharm and how to make changes and commit the files using the Pycharm application itself. So if I go to the browser and if I go to the GitHub account, so here you can see I have already logged into our GitHub account and this is the repository that we have created for the illustration purpose. So the repository name is Odoo dev and we have got two branches. One is master branch and another is 12.0, which is the branch that we have created that day, and we have already committed the OM hospital module into this repository. So first of all we will go to the Pycharm and we will see how we can configure the GitHub account in the Pycharm. So for that what you have to do is that you can go to files, then to the settings. So once you go to the settings you can see there is an option called version control. So then you can expand the version control and here you can go to the GitHub. So once you go to GitHub you can see now GitHub account is added yet. So you can just add the GitHub account from here, or you can just add it from, if you go to VCS, so either you can do it from here, that is from settings, version control, GitHub, or you can just do it from VCS and check out from version control. I'll choose Git and here you can see we have got an option to log into GitHub account. So either you can configure it from here or you can do it from the files, settings, version control and Git. Now I'll configure it from here. That is the path that I have followed is VCS, checkout from version control, then I will choose Git, and here you can see right now there is no URL because if we have already configured the GitHub account, you will see all the repositories available inside that account. So first of all let's configure the GitHub account using this button, log into GitHub. So I'll click on this and here you can see server is github.com. Now we have to enter our credentials. So I'll just enter our account details, that is odoomates@gmail.com. So I'll just enter my email ID and you have to enter your GitHub credentials, that is you have to enter your GitHub password. So I'll just enter the password. So I have entered my password. So once you enter your GitHub details like login and password, you can just click on login. So you can see it's loading. So it will take some time to create a token for the GitHub. So once it is done, you can see, you will see all the available repositories inside the corresponding account. So right now in the URLs I can see there are 4 repositories, that is one is development tutorials Git, one is paid apps Git and Odoo dev. This is the repository that we have created, and another is Odoo apps.git. So if I go to the browser and if I go to the Odoo mates, here I will have 4 repositories. So if I come to the repositories, you can see the repositories Odoo dev, Odoo apps, paid apps and Odoo development tutorials. So these are the repository that you are seeing here, development tutorials, paid apps, Odoo dev and Odoo apps. So once the account is configured, there is no need to enter the username and passwords while cloning or while pushing into the repository. So that's done. So we have configured account. So once you've done that, you can see the account details here. So if I go to settings, then to the version control, and if you come to the GitHub, you can see the odoomates@gmail.com has been added in here. So you can see the accounts, all the configured accounts will be listed here, and if you need to remove this account, you can just click on this minus and click on OK. Then the account will get removed from the Pycharm. So let's keep it there as of now. I'll click on OK. So we have successfully configured the GitHub account inside the Pycharm. So there is two ways, either you can do it from VCS, checkout from version control, choose Git, and here you will have the login button. So from there you can configure the account, or you can go to files, settings, version control and then to the GitHub and configure the account. So that's done. Now let's see how we can clone a repository. So right now if you check here, I have got OCA web POS for POS add-ons. So first of all, what we will do is that I'll just clone the repository that we have created last day. So here we have got Odoo dev, the Git tutorials. So this is the repository that we have created last day. So let's see how we can clone this repository using the Pycharm itself. So I'm not going into the terminal, so I'll just do it from the here. So first of all, you have to go to VCS, then check out from version control, then to Git, then you have to choose which repository that you need to clone. So I'll choose the repository as odoodev.git. Then you can see, you can specify which path to which path the repository has to be cloned. So right now I'm going to clone the repository into this path, that is odoodev. Inside a folder will get created, that is odoodev. So if you need to change that name, you can just change it here. So right now I'll keep the name as odoodev itself, and what you have to do is that you have to just click on the clone. So once you click on the clone, you can see the odoodev has been got created here, and here you can see cloning source repository. So here it is asking check out from version control, would you like to open the directory, new directory? So you can just click on no. So successfully we have cloned that repository. So odoodev has been added here. So we have successfully cloned the repository from the GitHub. But the issue is that right now it's cloned the master branch. So right now you can see in the master branch we have got one file, that is readme.md. So we have successfully cloned that master branch. So what in case if you need to clone any other branch? So right now, you know, the Odoo OM hospital module is added in the Odoo 12 branch, that is 12.0 branch. So what we will do if we need to clone that branch? So I don't know whether there is an easy way. The way that I have found it using the Pycharm is that right now we have successfully cloned the master branch. So let's take a case, we need to switch into the 12.0 branch. So you can just click on the corresponding folder, and here you can see you have got Git. Then you can go to click on Git repository, and here you have got the branches. So you can just click on the corresponding folder, click on Git repository, and you can click on the branches. So once you click on the branches, you can see in the local we have got the master branch, and in the remote means it's in the GitHub account we have got two branches, that is master and 12.0. So if I come to the remote, so this is the remote repository, here we have got master branch and 12.0. So if I click on it once again, I'll come to Git repository, then to the branches. In the local we have only master branch, so I'll choose the 12.0. So once you click on 12.0, check out as, so click on check out as 12.0, new branch name 12.0. So it is similar to Git checkout -b branch name. So I'll click on OK. So here you can see the OM hospital module is coming here, so which is coming from the 12.0 branch. So successfully we have switched into the branch 12.0, and we got the code from the GitHub. So this is how we can clone the repository from the GitHub account and change the branch. So if I need to go back to the branch master, I can just click on here Git repository, and I can go to the branches and just choose here. If I need to switch to the master branch, I'll click on master, check out as master. Okay, no need of that. I'll click on Git repository branches, and you can just choose it from here. That is, in the local we have got master branch and as well as 12.0. If I need to switch to master, just click on master, check out. So you can see it has been changed into readme.md, that is I am in master branch. And if I need to switch back to the 12.0 repository branches, then choose 12.0. So you will be successfully check out into the corresponding branch. So we have successfully clone the repository into our local instance. So I don't know any method to configure the local username and email from the Pycharm. So for configuring the Git username and email, I will just use the terminal from the Pycharm. So from the Pycharm, I can just go to cd odoodev. I'll just choose the, for configuring the Git username and email, so it will be shown here. Right now here you can see the name is Odoo. Suppose if I need to change it to Odoo mates, I need to configure the Git username and email. So I don't find any method to do it from the Pycharm UI, so I'll just use the terminal for that purpose. So git config, so you have to specify the git config username as Odoo mates, and I have to configure git email, git config user.email as odoomates@gmail.com. So I have successfully configured the GitHub username as well as email. So if you need to see the existing username, you can just go to git config username. So once you click on enter this command git config username, you will see the git username, that is Odoo mates. And if you need to see the email, git config user.email, you will see the email, that is odoomates@gmail.com. So what we have done is we have successfully cloned that repository into local instance. We have switched the branch into 12.0 and we have set the git username and git email. Now let's what we do, we will make some changes in the code. So I'll open the OM hospital module and let me make some few changes. That is, I'll just change the version number. Right now the version number is 12.0 1.1. I'll change it to 2.1, just a small change. Like I'll change category Odoo development tutorial for beginners and experts. I'll just update a few things. So once you change something, you can see the file color has been changed into yellow, which shows that the file has been, some modification has been done into the file. So if you check an existing file, you can see it's all coming in white and the manifest.py is coming in blue color. That is because of the changes. So right now if I go to readme, so if I right now you can see, if I go to another folder, you can see readme.rst is in white color. So let me open the readme.rst, and if I make some changes, if I add an extra s here, you can see this file has been got into blue color, that is, which indicates there is some changes. So we have made some changes. Now we need to commit these changes into the GitHub account. So here you can see right now there is already 3 commits. So let's commit these changes. So for committing that, what you have to do is that you can just click on here, or you can just click on from here. So I'll just choose as it whole. I'll click on here and I can go to git and you can see commit directory. So I'll choose commit directory. So once you click on that, you can see the changes here. That is, you can see this is the old version and this is the new version. You can see 12.0 1.10 has been changed into 12.0.2. so this has been changed, and here you can see all the difference. So here you can see, if I need to see the changes happen to this file, you can just click on here, and if you click on git diff, you can see those changes. That is 12.0 1.10 has been changed to 12.0 2. The version number has been changed and also summary has been changed. So that is the changes happen for that file, and you have got readme.rst. If I open, or if I show diff, you can see development has been changed into developments. So you can see the changes that you have done before committing. So this is the use of the using Pycharm. So it will be difficult if we are doing it from the code. You have to type git diff to see all the changes, and here we have got better UI and we will get better understanding of what we have done. So suppose if you need to take a case, you need to cancel the changes you have done for the readme.rst file. So if I need to revert the changes, you can just click on here and you can just click on the revert. So once you click on the revert, the changes done for this file will be reverted. So if I click on revert, you can see revert. If I click on revert, it will be changed. That is, it will come back to the Odoo developments. The S we have added here has been reverted back. So right now the only change is for the file manifest file, which we have changed the version number. So here you can see we have got only manifest file. So let's commit this. You can add a commit message here. So I'll just add a commit message as update, and you can just add change of version number to 12.0. like that. You can just add a commit message which will be understandable for you. So once you add the commit message here, you can just click on commit. So here you have got two options. You can just directly commit these changes, or you can just commit and push. So once we are doing it from a terminal, first we have committed and then we have pushed. So if you need to do same at the both time, you can just click on commit and push, or if you want to commit right now, you can just click on commit. So right now the changes are committed. So one file committed, but it will not be reached the GitHub. So it will be updated the remote repository once the push is done. So right now if you check here we have got only 3 commits, and it has been, last commit has been yesterday. So if I need to push this, you can just click on git repository and you can just click on push. So once you click on push, you can see the changes. That is, already we have committed changes. It will be listed here. Push commits, it will be listed here. And if you need to change this, you can show diff. You can see, still you can see the difference you have done. And I'll close this, and you have to click on push. So once push is done, it will be updated into the remote repository. So here you can see it's pushing. So let's wait until the pushing has been completed. So let's wait. So once it is done, it will update the repository. So here you can see push successful, pushed one commit to origin 12.0. Now if I go to the browser, and here you can see 12.0 less than a minute ago. So if I reload the screen, you can see fetching the last commit, change of version number to 12.0. This is the commit message that we have added right now. And if I open this commit message, and if I open this, you can see the changes that you have added. So here you can see I have changed this line into this one, and these changes has been made. So before that, so we have successfully cloned the repository, changed the version, and we have made some changes and pushed that changes into the server. So if I make some changes into the code from the GitHub account, or consider a case, we are working in a repository as a team. So as while working as a team, there is chance for different commits coming from different persons. So for illustrating purpose, I'll just edit the code from the UI itself. So I'll just go to the 12.0. So for illustrating purpose, if you're working in a team, there will be chances for coming different commits from different persons. So I'll open the tutorials module from here, and I'll make a change in the manifest file from here. So if I change something from here, I'll click on edit. I'll just remove Odoo development tutorials or Odoo V12 development tutorials. I'll just change the module name here, that is Odoo V12 development tutorials, and I'll commit the changes here. Commit directly to 12.0. Change module name. I'll just give a name like change module name, and I'll click on commit changes. So I'll just make a change from the UI. So what I have done is I have just changed the module name from the UI itself. So it's master. If I switch to 12.0, you can see there are total 5 commits. So if I come to the local repository, that is the Odoo dev which we have pushed, and if I need to get the changes, that is from here we have made the change the module name. So these changes is not get updated here, so we have to pull that changes here. So what you have to do is that you can click on here git. Before going into that, the manifest file, you can see the name is Odoo development tutorials. So we are going to change, or we are going to pull the remote changes into our local repository. So for that, you can click on git repository, and you can click on pull. So once you click on pull, so here you can see we are git root, and we are going to remote, this is our folder, and we are pulling from this remote repository. And if I click on pull, you can see pulling changes from origin. Here you can see there is a change inside the manifest file. If I click on show diff, you can see this has been changed to Odoo V12 development tutorials. So let me accept it. So here you can see our remote repository, that is our local repository, has been updated with the name that I have changed from here. So this is how you can make a pull. So if I go to git repository, and if I click on pull, and if there is no items to pull, it will show pull item, no items. And if I go to git repository and push, it will show there is nothing to push, no commit selected. If I click on push, it will show there is empty push, nothing to push, like that it will show. Everything push successful, everything is up to date. So this is how you can use GitHub from the Pycharm. So first of all, what you have to do is that you have to configure the GitHub account. For that, you can go settings, from the version control, GitHub, and you can add your GitHub account details here. So that's all about this video. If you have any queries or any doubts, you can just comment it out or reach us over the email. That is, email is odoomates@gmail.com. And if you have any suggestions or feedback, you can just comment it out or reach us over the email and social medias. And if you like the videos, please do click the like button and subscribe the channel to get notified regarding all the upcoming updates. So that's it. Thank you.